It's your boy Wiener Dog here with another video. Excited with another video. Really excited because I actually did my homework and I studied and I looked and I found something that I thought would be really valuable to teach. Right? So, identity crisis. How many of you have ever had an identity crisis? I'm sure I've had, especially when I was younger, like especially when I was 14, 15, I started journaling at that age. I started writing my thoughts, I started reflecting upon experience, I started looking at people, looking around me, I started thinking like who inspires me, who do I admire, right? What do I like, what don't I like? Basically, identity, right? But luckily I've been through that, and going through that gave me a new perspective, which I hope can help anyone who watches my video. I really hope that I can help you finding yourself. I don't believe in finding yourself, but defining yourself, right? Defining your identity, right? At one point in life, all of us struggle with our identity. All successful men at one point struggle with their identity. That's normal, right? I mean, we can be anyone, yet we're not anything. So that's, we're just a bunch of potential without realization, right? We're just a bunch of potential that has to be, put into something. Personally, I've struggled with my identity, right? When I was younger, of course, when I was 14, as I said, of course, I felt pretty bad. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't realize what I liked. I didn't realize who I was, But then I realized that, asking these questions, like what do I want, da da da. Asking these questions, I realized that I was asking the wrong questions. You need to ask the right questions first. I used both fear and reward as a motivation to find answers, and I'll explain what that means in a sec. Right? I use fear and reward, motivation to help decide to what I wanted to become. Right? It's as simple as just looking around you, man. Just look around you. Look at the people around you, your parents, your family, your friends, people outdoors, people at jobs, everywhere, and think, do these people inspire me? Do I admire these people? At least it started for me like that. Do I admire the people around me? It started with my parents as well. Do I admire my parents in a way? Right, because we're all growing up, our parents aren't perfect, they're humans like us, right? And, I realized, personally, my parents didn't inspire me because they were tied to a job. I saw how resented they were. They did not like their jobs. Their relationship, of course, they're divorced, so the relationship fell apart. Basically, my parents didn't inspire me. So who did inspire me? Like, after you look around people, look at the people around you, you ask yourself, who inspires you? Who do you admire? There are clues. There's big clues asking these questions. There's big clues to find in those answers, right? Who inspires you? Who do you admire? And what for? One of my guys I admire is David Goggins. Reaching your potential, man. It's all about self-improvement. Improving, getting better, striving to improve every day. Right? And what would you like? What would you not like to happen in your life? For me, I don't want to be like the rest, which is study until you're like 18, then you study when you're like up till 25, depending on what career you try to take, and then you work until you're 50, 60, whatever, and then you retire. I don't want average results. Average effort, average results. I don't want to be average, I realize I don't want to be like that. I want freedom and flexibility in my life. Of course, I realized, I thought about this a long time ago. Do I want to have a normal job? Like, do you want a normal job? You have to be tied there. Your income is tied to your time. So if you stop working, you stop making money. I realized from really early on that I'm not gonna be living in one single place. I'm gonna be traveling. I'm gonna be everywhere. I want to have freedom and flexibility to do anything and everything I want. And I need time, because time is the most valuable resource, actually, and you can't buy time back. So for me, that was sort of an answer, right? Also, I realized that people here are like pretty average and they don't inspire me. I discovered that I admire greatness because greatness is truly great, and that sounds really weird, but I realized, through reading books, Olympic Games, stuff like that, I admire greatness. I desire greatness, and I want to settle for nothing less and nothing more. I don't want to settle. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to settle for anything less than greatness. So I want to achieve greatness on areas in my life. This took a lot of time to realize, but yeah, I realized I admire greatness. I want to reach my potential, my maximum potential. I want to achieve extreme. Like I want to be great. I want to reach greatness. I know it takes years, so I realized that that's what I wanted. And that isn't actually really specific, but it at least gives me a direction towards, okay, so I need to start making these habits. I need to start acting this way. Start doing these things. So it takes me towards the direction I want to go, and not through the other direction. My fear in life is ending up being average in a normal job, hating myself instead of being free. My fear is getting a job and going to university and studying a career, and being condemned to debt and student debt and stuff like that. That is my fear. So if you fear something, then there's something to be out of that, right? And instead, I also suggest that you embrace reality for what it is, right? Be humble, be grateful, of course, and define yourself. If you get your definition wrong, try again until something finally sticks. So people don't know what they are, who they like, blah blah blah. The secret really is try a lot of things. Try a lot of things, and you'll find things that stick. I love working out. I train. I don't work out. I train. I like training like an athlete. So I do weightlifting currently, and that really gives me a sense of motivation, sense of purpose. For example, I really like music. Music is something that has always been consistent with who I am. You have to try a lot of things, and you'll find things that you'll keep doing. Things that'll stick. Who do you want to become? Who do you admire? Meditation and solitude are really important for finding deep questions like these. So, like, if you can cut social media out, cut everything out, and just be with yourself and really think about the things I just said, that will really help you find an answer. Wiener Dog out.